What's up, you guys? It's your girl Jilly, and today I am giving you guys a much asked for makeup tutorial. So this look right here is the look that I will be doing for you guys. Wow. And it's actually super simple. This is one of my quickest, just, go-to looks as far as looking very subtle, looking very natural, very blended, and just So I'm going to give you guys a tutorial right now, starting in 3, 2, This is as raw as it gets. I have absolutely no makeup on. I have already washed my face. I damped it dry. I don't like to, just rub on my face. It's not good for your skin, and it takes too much moisture out of my skin. And I already have put my facial cream on, so my skin is already moisturized. I think that's very important to moisturize your skin before you put on makeup. That way it is underneath and the makeup isn't too harsh on your skin. If you're like me, I don't know what has been going on during quarantine. I have been drinking my water, but for some reason, these pimples, I have been breaking out like crazy and I hate it. So if anybody has any recommendations, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's crazy. My skin never breaks out, so I have no idea what has been going on. Like I said, I've been drinking my water. I just think it's just this quarantine, honey, and I don't know what's going on. So my bad, I was thirsty. All right, I am going to start off with my Fenty Beauty pencil. I use the color, what color is this? Light brown. My features are very light. As you can see, my eyebrows are super light, super, super light. They always have been. Oops. Okay, so I always start off with my eyebrows first. Everybody does things differently, but I start off with my eyebrows. And for me, I always just follow the shape of my brow, and then I give it an extra little bit of an overline just sometimes to make them thicker. And I love the ombre eyebrow effect, so I always brush the inward part a little bit more than I do the outer, just so it kind of fades in and gives that ombre illusion. So heads up, I do my eyebrows first and last. They're the very first thing I do on my face, and then before I'm done with my makeup, they're the very last thing that I touch up. Just because.
Eyebrows on fleek, the fuck?
The difference. Crazy, huh? And then I like to stroke the inward part up instead of sideways. That way when I do brush it up, it gives it that illusion that my eyebrows are going, or these hairs, excuse me, are sticking like more up. Okay, so if your eyebrows are not 100% perfect, like I said, do not worry. I do them first and last. It's really just to give myself an outline before I start beating the rest of my face. Next, I use Naked Concealer. I have 2 different colors because during the summer and during the winter, like my face just goes back and forth between being super pale and super tan. So I just mix my concealers because there's never really like a perfect color for me. So these 2 colors that I'm using from Naked are 60 WR and 50 NN. 50 NN is the lighter shade, and 60 WR is the darker shade. So yeah, that's what I do with my concealer. I just mix it, and now I am going to, what the hell is this called? I don't even know what this is called. I'm going to underline my brows so they can be on fleeky and sharp. I'm curious to know how long it takes y'all to do your makeup. It takes me about, it just depends. Like if I'm doing a look like this, it'll take me 35 minutes. If I'm doing like a quick beat, which like I always do, well, when I do wear makeup, it'll take me probably like 10-15 minutes. How long does it take y'all? Tell me in the comments. I use my fingers a lot when I do my makeup as well. So I'm just going to blend this concealer all over here and then onto my top lid as well. My fingers are like a really good blending tool. Sometimes they work better than, you know, actual brushes and whatnot, but I use my fingers all the time to like blend my concealer and then just kind of bring it down on the top of your lid. I don't think it's necessary to put more concealer on your lid. It just makes for a more cakey look, and who likes cakey makeup? Not I. Okay, that's pretty blended in. Next, I am going to take my contour powder. So this is what I do for my eyeshadow. I take my contour color because I like everything to look to blend and look natural. I don't like, this is like I said, if I'm doing this natural look. So my contour color that I use is Island Ting by Fenty Beauty as well. I use this as my top eyeshadow base, just so towards the end it all looks good and blends really well. And just to give my face some warmth. I don't really wear shadow, but just for this look, I like my eye to like match my contour, and it just really looks good. And I go almost all the way up to my brow, just to make sure all that is, you know, blended. If you want a softer look, you use less. If you want a heavier look, the more you use. I'm gonna do like in between. That way it gives the no shadow illusion. But yet it's like, ooh, how is she so warm? I'm gonna show you how. All right, so these same two concealers, I'm gonna take them again. I'm going to apply my darker one first. By the way, I do not wear foundation. I use my concealer more as like a foundation type of thing. Not really, because I just don't feel like, I don't like that much makeup, and a foundation just makes me feel like I'm just like, oh, I can't breathe. So for me, this look always works. I just put enough on to cover anything that I want covered. And I put my light just on top of, you know, the dark and any other marks that I'm just like, yeah, bitch, you gotta go. Now for my beauty blender, I always damp it. Let me get it a little wet real quick. I always work with a damp beauty blender. It blends so much better for me. And always make sure it's clean. And I always pat to blend mine in. Never rub, always pat. Now once I blend it in, if I see any parts that I feel like, you know, can use a little bit more concealer, I'll just take my lighter one and go right back over those little parts that I feel could just use a little bit more. Now it is baking time. I use banana powder to bake. As long as it's banana powder, I really don't care where from. But this one is beignet. I'm gonna take it on my same beauty blender and I'm gonna put it right directly under my eyes. You can be heavy with the banana powder because we are going to wipe the excess banana powder off once we bake. And I love baking. It's like baking a cake because you know you got that cake. baking is like the best thing, you know, in the makeup process. If you don't bake, then what are you doing with your life? It's like a cake can't bake if it's not baked. You get it? If you don't put it in the oven, you know, it's not finished.
Bruh.
And I put it on my eyebrows as well, just to all that can blend. That concealer that I put on under my eyebrows earlier just blends better. And that's why I say my eyebrows are the first and last thing I do, because once I'm done and I brush that banana powder off, I do go back over my eyebrows just a little bit so they're not too light. So during your makeup process, you can't be afraid to look crazy before you look cute. Number 1 rule. All right, for my lip liner, I love nude lips. I am a nude lip freak. Sharpening it so that bitch can be sharp. This is Oak. I use this from MAC. They have the best lip liner. I just love it. And just follow your lips. I never overline because I feel like I already have decent sized lips. I love my lips. I love the size. So I don't need any illusion. But be my guest and make this yours. You know, even just duck lip if you need to. Whatever you need to do to get that makeup look just looking scrumptious. Because your lips are one of the most important things. That's what people always look at. And then I just bring my color in just a little bit. Just bring that color down just so it's not like a dramatic line. And just fill in a little bit of my lips. Now I am going to take my contour and really use it for contour this time. I use one of these type of angle brushes, a thicker angle brush. And then I do the kissy face just so I can get that definition and follow it like I want it. And I like to look really warm when I do my makeup. So once I dust off this excess powder, I will then go in with my contour again so I look really warm. I follow my jawline, and I like to go in circular motions. That way it doesn't look too just weird. It's all about blending. Never ever forget your neck, y'all. I hate when I see people makeup face looks completely different from their neck, and I'm just like, honey, did you not see that in the mirror? Get your neck. So I just kind of do an M shape. I get this side of my neck because it connects to my jawbone. I take right here from my jawbone and go down. And then I go up like an M, so it's like here, 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 back to this jawbone, and then down. And that way it just blends. Okay, now I am dusting away my excess powder because I feel like this cake has baked long enough. I just take like a big brush and just brush it off. All right, now back to my contour. Now that it's gone, I can really go in there and get some warmth. And then I just go right where my baking powder was, just a little bit with this, because I don't like when my under eyes look too white. I like when everything just blends. Today's word of the video is blend. Let's see how many times I say blend. I want somebody to count. Go back and start over and see how many times I have said blend, and these count too. And tell me in the comments how many times I said it. I love like a naturally chiseled look, and I love powder contour. I don't like liquid. I tried liquid before, and you know, it just didn't work for me. If it works for you, hey, kudos to you, but it didn't work for me. It just looked too makeup-y. Way too makeup-y for me. Now I take this little tiny brush. He's so cute. He's so tiny and cute. And then contour my nose. And I just follow just already my nose structure. It should always blend. So I make sure that once I do it, I blend it out. I always make sure I get the tip of my nose. It just makes it look just so cute and just pointed. And if you ever think that you contoured a little too much, just take that same banana powder, that beauty blender that already has product on it, and just blend it out. This contour color is what I use along all my face. And I just like the same color. I like unison. I like everything to match. But yeah, I'm gonna take the same color and the same pencil, or the same brush that I use my contour with to go under my eyes. I take the same angle brush that I did with my eyebrows, and I take my lighter concealer. Just a little dab is all you need. I literally just take a dab, and then I put it directly under my waterline. So it just makes it look like kind of a white liner, but pretty. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. And once I do my lashes and stuff, you'll see how it just comes together and it just opens my eyes, it widens them, and it just makes them look so good. So damn good. I like to do things out of order because I like to look pretty as fast as I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lip gloss. I use the Fenty Beauty, I think this is called a glass lipper. Yep, I was right. And I love the clear look. Oh, it's my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. I love gloss. If your lip gloss ain't popping, then I don't know, you're doing life wrong. I am going to take this NARS palette, and it has different blushes. I like blush just a little bit. Just makes you look young and vibrant. So I use this color, whatever is the bottom middle one. I just do that one and this little peach one. I wish I knew the names. Oh, they do have the names. So I use Crave and Luster. Crave and Luster, a little bit more Crave than Luster. And just smile and just literally do right where those cheeks pop. That's literally it. I don't want too much. You don't want to look like a clown, but rosy cheeks are always just a little bit fun. I use a lot of Fenty Beauty products. So I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty highlighter, and this one has Mean Money and Hustle Baby. I don't use the Mean Money color at all. I just use the Hustle Baby. I wish it had its own, but as you can tell, it has been used quite often. And so I just take my little brush and I just go right on above where I kind of put my contour. But right here, I put it so it kind of just blends everything in and comes together. Do y'all see that glow? Oh my God. Oh. Okay, then I do like my little nose, and then a little bit on my chin, and a little bit just right here on top of my forehead. I take this little small brush, I'm taking my highlight and I'm putting it just in the corner of my eye. Just so my eyes, once I put my lashes on, can just look so open. Okay, she's coming along. She is coming along. I am gonna go back over my brows, like I said, just so they can stay on fleek. Duh fuck. I'm gonna brush them out so it's not just a lot of product on top of them. And then I'm gonna go back in to fill them in just a little bit so they can just look sharp and sexy. Let me do a little wing liner before I do these lashes. I don't like liquid liner. I'm not a fan. It's hard. It's just, I don't know. So I take this little dip black liquid liner and a little small pencil. I like it small so I can navigate it with. I got this actually from Walgreens or CVS, they have it too. Shoot, a lot of Walgreens and CVS products be on. Don't sleep. Now I'm just going to do, I like the very thin eyeliner look. How I do it is, as you can see, I literally do it from the end, not even the middle. I just don't like how it looks when people start from the corner and then draw a whole top liner. Like, I hate that. And then I just go under and I kind of drag it out with my nail just so it gets thinner, because if you use it the same way to drag it out, to me it's not necessarily thin, and I like mine to look pencil thin and sharp just in case I need to cut a bitch. So I got these pretty ass lashes from CVS, or Walgreens actually. Walgreens, I already been using them. This is the lashes, or the box that they come in, and this is how they look. They're super pretty, they're natural, they're long enough, they're not too long, they're not too extra. I take my lash. I like this duo glue. I like this glue because it is black, actually. It's a dark tone adhesive. I cannot stand light adhesives like the white ones. Oh my goodness. To me, they just never dry properly. So what I do is I add my adhesive onto my strip right here. I add it just like that, right along. And then I let that dry for a second, and then I'm gonna add a double line of glue just so it's like extra sticky. Another thing with the strip that people don't realize is you have to let the glue dry. People will just put the glue on and then immediately put it on their lash and wonder why it just like slips and slides. Yeah, you need to let it dry, folks. So I let mine dry till it looks like it's getting darker and almost to the point where it looks like it's dried out, but it's not. It's just making it extremely sticky. That way, once you do put it on your eye, it is literally stuck. It's not gonna move. But if you put it on just like this, it's going to move because it's not dry yet. I give it like 2 to 3 minutes. Take my tweezers, they help a lot, and just your precision. And I'm literally gonna put them directly over my lash. So if you put this liner on, it actually helps because you wanna put it right there. So the thinner it is, the more precision you'll have in placing it directly over your lash. Won't you look at there? A bad bitch. To just make everything blend and go together, I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on top and on bottom. I'm gonna do my bottom first. If you don't open your mouth during applying mascara, are you even doing it right? And sometimes I even take the brush and I push my little falsies up. That way they're not pointing like kind of straight down, because strips tend to like do that sometimes. And what, bam! And there you have it. This is literally one of my favorite looks to go to. So if you did this look, I hope you followed along and this tutorial was actually really helpful. I would love to see it, so go ahead and take those selfies and tag me in them. I will be reposting them so I can see that you did it and that it was helpful. I love you guys. If you want more makeup tutorials, anything you want, put it down in the comments. You know I love to chat with you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching. I love you guys.